shows that Big U is in a world. I can't even begin to tell you. Big U is in a world of trouble after what I just heard today. Bro is cooked beyond belief. Like I can't even begin to tell you how cooked Big U is. Big U is currently in jail on racketeering and murder charges, but Big U has not learned his lesson at all.
Oh, he's still gangster?
These new recent updates and the new superseding indictment shows that Big U has not learned his lesson at all, and that'll be his downfall.
What?
But to compile,
don't tell me you still 60 years old, damn near facing a life sentence, and you in the feds. Still gang? You a granddaddy, bro. Ain't nobody got time for that. You
his bad decisions in prison.
You the oldest nigga on the set,
there are apparently close associates of Big U who are apparently now committed to burying him in court if that means saving themselves. And with this compilation, Big U has no chance.
And in fact, we're following several breaking news stories at this hour. We begin with that South LA man who the feds say used taxpayer money and donations to fund gang activities.
Man,
in the past hour, we've learned that Eugene Henley Jr. and Brian Mejia were taken into custody. Henley Jr. is a longtime leader of the Rolling 60s Crips, according to the FBI. But in recent years, he worked in entertainment and ran a youth charity that the acting U.S. attorney now says was a front for his criminal enterprise. NBC4's Camilla Rambaldi live in downtown L.A. with the very latest developments on this. Camilla?
Now, hi, Colleen. 19 defendants in total in connection to this criminal enterprise. At least two of them appeared in federal court earlier today. And now, as you mentioned, Eugene Henley and another fugitive are now in custody tonight in connection to this case.
Man, by the way.
A known community activist and founder of a youth nonprofit in South LA, now facing federal charges.
See, when you're not in prison, you can sit at the crib and watch stories about the niggas in prison while you get you some ice cream. See, I don't think they got ice cream in the joint. I like ice cream. You in? I need to be out here. They got Nike shirts, metal spoons and shit. I got a water bottle. You feel me? A cup of coffee, internet, phone, light camera, action. You feel me?
Known as Big U.
Eugene Henley is accused of being a longtime leader of the Rolling 60s Crips street gang. Federal prosecutors say Henley ran a criminal enterprise and is accused of a number of crimes, including racketeering, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder of a musician.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label, and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Federal authorities say there are other alleged gang members facing charges they say are connected to the criminal enterprise. A number of arrests were made this week. These sketches show two criminal
And that's loose cannon right there. Look at all of them locked up on the same
enterprise. A number of arrests were made this week. These sketches show two defendants, Sylvester Robinson and Mark Martin, in federal court Wednesday afternoon.
4 of the 19 defendants were already in custody, and 10 defendants were taken into custody in the last 24 hours.
Before this recent arrest, I think Big U did like a 13 to 20-year stint. So Big U is no stranger to jail. So when he goes back to jail, I think Big U went back to jail and got right back into his element, got right back to program.
That's what be wrong with these niggas, boy. They be too used to that jail shit. Have you ever needed your paycheck to just come a little early? Like, yeah, you get paid on Friday, but it's Tuesday and you need the money now. There's a banking app called Current, and they got a whole bunch of super useful features on this app. And one of the best features is it lets you access up to $750 of your paycheck early if you qualify. With Current, you get a full list of features like paycheck advance, fee-free overdraft, the bill card, and more. Now, paycheck advance is my favorite, but if you focused on building credit, or if you just want a smoother way to manage your money, it handles everything in one app. And I know how I feel for your paycheck to be coming Friday, but you need your money Monday, and it's an emergency, and you need that money now, and you can't get that money now because you gotta wait, but you can't wait. And that's why I partner with them. And right now, they're giving $75 to anybody who signs up for the Current app using the link that's in my description or scanning the QR code that's on the screen. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you straight to the sign-up page where you can create your account. Just go through the normal sign-up steps, enter your information, and order your Current card. After you complete those steps, you'll see the option that pops up to enter my promo code. And that promo code is going to access your $75 when you switch your direct deposit. Make sure you go through the full sign-up process so you do not miss out on the $75. If you ever feel like managing money is stressful or even just tight sometimes, it's definitely worth just checking out because that's literally what it's designed for. Helping people just like you stay more on top of your finances. And then once they used to it, they ain't scared to go back no more.
Damn it. Got right back to what he knows. See, when you're in there, it's easy to forget you're still fighting a case. Big U is so institutionalized at this point. He's only been in jail for a year, but he's so institutionalized at this point that Big U was apparently caught offering inmates payments to harm potential witnesses in his case. Now, Big U was given a list, I believe, of people who, they plan to call to the stand. Now, it's unclear who those people are, right? Now, I heard like 90% of people, like 90% of Big U's like co-defendants are snitching. Like I heard like 90%. Like I heard it's like a crazy number. Like he's cooked.
Yeah.
But to be the age that Big U is at, Big U is what, like almost 60 years old? To be his age.
I think he owes 60.
And to understand you're in jail with a life sentence hanging over your head.
Exactly.
They are accusing you of being a mob boss. They're accusing you of being a ringleader of a gang. They're accusing you of extorting people. They're accusing you of putting hits on people. They're accusing you of sending your minions to rob, extort, right, and shoot people. That's what they are accusing you of doing. And then they're also accusing you personally of murdering somebody.
Right.
So you're being accused of having minions who did deeds on your behalf. Then you get to prison, and you begin to do the very same thing they are accusing you of doing that you claim you didn't do. Because when you go to trial, you're saying, hey, I'm not this guy they're painting me out to be. I'm not a ringleader. I'm a father. Then you go to jail, and you allow them folks to gather evidence of you paying inmates to go ahead and intimidate witnesses? Wait,
ain't nobody got time for that.
What?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hey, listen, man. If you are a Big U fan, which a lot of you guys are, man, sayonara. Right? Nah.
Yeah, he's done.
Hey.
He's done.
Goodbye.
I don't understand how you could. Listen, I can't even imagine getting locked up and arrested and facing real prison time at 60 years old. Like, y'all insane, gang. That's the first thing. Number two, while I'm fighting for my life, right? I'm still in prison playing gang chief, giving orders, gang banging on the set, cat, nothing bigger than the set. Like, damn, shorty, like, the set matter more than your kids? Damn. Some niggas just don't learn. I stopped trying to get niggas to learn, and I just started to laugh.
It's over with, man. It's done. Now, like, who are the witnesses Big U is trying to get touched? Now, it's unclear who, because I heard 90% of his co-defendants is snitching.
Oh, what happened?
Right? And the lawyer contacted Wack 100. Apparently, the lawyer is trying to gather information from Wack 100 to verify certain things that him and Loose Cannon talked about in his relationship with Big U. The lawyer tells Wack he's gonna record a conversation just for his record. And then he begins to ask Wack things like, yo, did Big U sell guns like back to, his own homies? He talked about the Loose Cannon and Wack 100 interview on No Jumper. He began to ask Wack things that if Wack was not savvy enough, this would be really bad. But like Wack recorded the conversation as well. And Wack did a pretty great job at answering these questions and making sure, right, that he doesn't give up Big U.
I got you on a landline. All right. It tends to work better for me.
So he ain't snitching.
As I said, I'm going to record this call just so that I have accurate notes of what you say, and then I don't have to stop it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So what the government is claiming, and this is from an FBI affidavit that was filed in court. They say that the statements that Luce made about Henley and Grid and all that stuff and getting $40,000 and giving 20 of it back was of a robbery. Henley robbed this guy Monster, who was running a drug dispensary. and then gave him part of it back. And they claim
they talking about the weed shop. Basically, they was trying to extort the dude who owned the dispensary. And he wasn't going no more. So they came in there and robbed him. And then made him come to their little gang hideout, their little secret underground cave hideout. And politicked with him and said, yeah, man, we gonna give you $20,000 back, man. Gave him $20,000. We gonna take the rest as a cut, but make sure you pay us my money, man. You selling, you got a dispensary in my city, man. You got to pay me 20%, man. That's basically what they was on. You see what I'm saying?
This conversation
I would have called the police
on
their motherfucking ass.
Well,
Crazy,
the thing
man.
about it is this is the conversation that Loose Cannon was having because he said a bunch of things. I think it was something in the ballpark of dudes collecting guns or passing out guns and writing down serial numbers. That's the grid program side of it.
Right. What did you understand Luce to be talking about?
Well, that part he was saying that he saw Big U passing out guns to his homeboys, and but he was writing out serial numbers off the guns. This is what he's saying he saw, which that's some crazy shit. But I do know the grid program because we're the one broke the story of Big U being part of the grid program, which says you turn in guns.
Oh no, he spent them like that.
In the neighborhood, gang-related situations, so on and so forth. So
this is the third time Loose Cannon lawyer has reached out. The first time he reached out, Loose Cannon lawyer reached out asking if people had a footage of this particular murder that took place that was pretty public. Yeah. Loose Cannon claimed that Big U committed that murder and he's willing to testify against Big U according to the people who spoke to his lawyer. All right, I'm not sure if that's true or not. The second time he reached out, Loose Cannon claimed he was a victim of Big U, and Big U was making him do these things according to the lawyer, and he was asking for certain people to cooperate that. Now, the third time is, listen, man, I don't know what's going on or what Loose Cannon has under his sleeve. What I will tell you this, man, Loose Cannon is a very, very, very smart guy. He's a very savvy dude. Loose Cannon ain't doing life in prison for Big U, bro.
No, he's not.
Loose Cannon ain't doing 5 years in prison for Big U. Loose Cannon is going to find a way to get out this situation. I can promise you that, bro. Sure. And it looks like Loose Cannon lawyer is going on like a fishing expedition, trying to get anything on Big U that he could then leverage and say, hey, my client can testify in pertaining to this, all right? Like, my client can take the stand and testify that Big U did this, and this, right? So it looks like they're fishing to get Loose Cannon a deal. But I don't know why they're on the phone with Wack. I don't know why they're on the phone with other people. Because Wack ain't the only person they call, from my knowledge. Like, they call other people. I just can't for the likes of me, like understand this. But the lawyer gets excited, and then Wack 100 completely flips the script, right? And says something that, like, really demoralizes the lawyer, right? Like, this is where the lawyer realizes he's not going to get the answers he's open for.
Right.
Everything else Luce was talking about, you got to remember, Loose Cannon is known. We bring him on shows because we know he's gonna lie.
Damn. Hey, Wack. Hey, look. Tell Young Thug take notes. This how you spin them. You know what I'm saying? This how you spin them. He making that, and it's coming off the. It's coming so quick too. Shorty called with lady. He said, yeah, you know, it's this Hall of Fame ball right here. We witnessing greatness. If you go talk to a lawyer, you gonna talk to the popo. Call the popo, huh? Call the popo. You gonna talk to the popo? This how you talk to the popo. If you don't know how to talk to the popo like this, don't talk to the popo at all. This is Mac Mula, and I approve of this message. You see what I'm saying?
We don't bring him on shows because he's telling the truth. We bring him on shows to hear the lies he's going to tell. That's like a comedian. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. I just want to know what you understood him to be talking about. Because
I heard what everybody else heard. He was telling the story of an incident that happened, and he said something like that they left with one amount of money, and they was asked to give up some of the amount of money, and dude gave it back to somebody. I mean, but like I said, bro, like Loose Cannon is known. Like you hire a comedian to come make you laugh, we bring him on platforms expecting 1 million lives.
Right.
So we don't, we listen to him, and we'll help him keep the lie going because it's just content. This is YouTube, bro.
Well,
he had I'm talking about Hall of Fame. I'm talking about float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You cannot hit what you cannot see. Damn.
Talking about. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. Henley was scamming the city by going out and picking up guns from gang members that he could turn in for money, and then he was giving half the money back to the gang members who gave him the guns.
I believe him.
So I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. That's a whole nother thing because I thought he mentioned somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I wouldn't know if Big U. I wouldn't know if Big U got paid for guns. We know he was in the party of things. So, I don't know because I thought he said he watched them write down the serial numbers and pass them out. So if he's passing out the guns, then that means he doesn't have them to turn in to the city. So that doesn't make. But again, this is Loose Cannon. Like, dude just says shit. Like, think about it. If he's writing down serial numbers and passing them out, that paints the picture that he's keeping the serial numbers to turn into law enforcement. So when this gun is used, law enforcement knows who had the guns. That's what we heard. Now, you're saying he collected the guns to go turn them in. So, I mean, the whole story to us was a hoax. We didn't put no time or thought into it.
What my understanding is, what Lewis was referring to was that Henley got paid by the city for the guns. That was part of his compensation.
What did Lewis tell you? Is that what he's telling you?
That's what he said. He was referring to that and the fact that Henley would turn around and give half the money back to the gang members who gave him the guns in the first place.
That's crazy.
Loose Cannon lawyer is not a prosecutor. Loose Cannon lawyer is not the government. He should have no interest in crimes that Big U committed. He's calling for these crimes because apparently somebody planned on turning on Big U.
Hell yeah.
Right? Which is why Big U is trying to get these witnesses gone. Right, but he got charged for that as well. All right, now the indictment listed a couple of interesting things. Right, so first off, the first thing the indictment listed, that I was kind of shocked that this was included. Well, it was the robbery of Future. Right, it was the robbery of Future.
He done robbed Future.
So the new indictment includes allegations that in 2014, Henley and his associates assaulted and later chased a Grammy Award-winning artist through Los Angeles International Airport to collect a debt and for failing to show respect. According to a U.S. Attorney's Office in L.A., although the artist is only identified by his initials, NDC, the Times was able to identify him through social media and news reports as Nevadia's Demand Cash, the rapper known formerly as Future. But here's the thing, though. Now, they're listing this.
So did they rob him or they just chased him?
Evidence towards
Future, run!
I guess Big U's character, but they're not charging Big U with anything because if you listen to the audio, Wack never said that Big U did anything. Wack says that he was the one who chased Future, right? So they're just saying, oh, look, Big U got associates who did this. So they're saying, yo, this is like a reference of his character, right? He did this in the past, so hence this falls in line with what we're accusing him of doing. Loose Cannon lawyer is not a prosecutor. Loose Cannon lawyer is not the government. He should have no interest in crimes that Big U committed. He's calling for these crimes because
that should just repeat. Am I tripping?
The indictment listed.
It's just repeating. I ain't tripping because I ain't touched
my word.
By the way, this is so corny and lame for grown ass men to be doing. I ain't gonna lie. Even the fact that he talking about it and saying it years later, it's like, I don't know, this shit just corny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be that grown of a man and had kids and shit, and this what you got going on, this what you did today. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just corny to me. No offense to him. I mean, live your life how you want to live it, nigga. If you want to be a blood and a gangbanger and a real nigga the whole life, cool. I'm not with that shit. I'm not chasing no nigga down for no damn money, nigga. I'm shit. I'm calling the popo.
I pay the debt. Let him be. I got business with that man. I said, what? He said, Wack, this stunner talking to you. As your brother, leave him be. You got my word, whatever the debt is. Send me trick. I pay him in the morning. On me. I'm giving you my word. I threw it back to fall off the way. Trick got his wire. Damn. This real, but I'm saying, but what I'm saying is like,
y'all believe him?
It was a real table at one time to where we knew what was going on, knew everywhere, in every region, to where we knew what was going on, right? And we was gonna move if we saw you. And our squads knew if they saw you at a hookah lounge or a club. It been times where niggas like, hey, well, I ain't gonna say no names, such and such at the club, lock him down. Them was go over there 20 deep to their VIP. Tell the security they don't pay you enough for this here. Look, continue to have your drinks. Y'all cool. Ain't nobody moving.
Also, Future never paid the money. Birdman did.
Right.
So if they wanted to charge Big U for this, what would they charge Big U with? He never chased Future. He never attacked Future. And Birdman paid the money, not Future. So they can't even charge that with extortion. Right? So like, what would they charge him with? So people are getting this wrong. They're not charging Big U with a crime in reference to Future. They're saying this is a behavior, right? Of him threatening people, running down on people, and harassing and intimidating people to get money up out of them, okay?
Right.
Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? Man, this just shows you, the feds is on this internet, bro, because this clip...
Of course the feds are on the internet, bro. There's no magic... Why do gangster niggas think that there's some magical password that the computer just knows when the feds are the ones typing, and the computer is just not going to let the feds see the stuff that y'all put on the internet? And then it's like, but then when the lawyer call, you don't want to snitch on the phone, but you snitch on your podcast or club, whatever the hell he on. At this point, why he ain't got no YouTube podcast where he just get on there and talk about shit?